You are watching from in the chat box. Let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Okay, let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Okay, okay, let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Alright, guys, where are you watching from in the chat box? Do let me know. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, today we'll be looking into technical analysis using price action. My name remains Tunmise Olaoluwa. All right. So a quick disclaimer: leverage trading involves risk, so there's a need for you to trade responsibly. Regional restriction applies, so check our terms and condition to know which of these applies to you. For educational purpose only, this session is strictly for educational purpose only and not a financial advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Please do take note of that. Okay, this is a quick about. I have 7 years experience in the trading space with a solid background in finance and quantitative research. My trading results have been consistently profitable across various strategies, and I frequently trade price action, momentum, trend, and candlestick patterns, primarily focusing on Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY currency pair. Now, here are our agenda to discuss the use of top to bottom strategy, review Euro USD currency pair, review price movement of Euro USD, also to review any currency pair suggested by the audience. Now, this session would last for the next 45 minutes, and please leverage the YouTube live chat to ask questions during the webinar, and I will periodically check and answer all the questions. So, what kind of strategy are we going to be looking into? Now, the strategy is we are analyzing historical price movement. We utilize candlestick formation, chart patterns, and market structure. Now, what kind of trader is this suitable for? It's suitable for position traders, intraday traders, and swing traders. All right, good. Now, when to use this strategy can be used during high liquidity periods, time frame from 1 hour to 1 month. All right, so let's have a deep dive into the live session. So here we are in our Octa trader app. Okay, so here we'll be exploring Euro USD. So we come here and type Euro USD. All right, so we go Euro USD. Good. So let's clear this out. Awesome. So currently we have let's see if we have any position currently opened. Okay, currently we have two positions opened. This is from our last session. You can see that on Euro USD we are in profit, and on GBP JPY we are also in profit. So I'm going to close this trade while we take new trades from today. Okay, awesome. So here right now, we have a plain market. We want to start analyzing the market from the scratch. So first thing first, we go to the highest time frame, which is our daily time frame where we are currently on, and then we would zoom into the market to see what the market structure looks like, what the direction of the market is going, and that will be possible with our um, trend lines. So here we just set horizontal trend line to see the market landscape. Um, we also set another trend line. If you observe, I'm putting the trend line on the major support and resistance zone. Okay, I'm putting the trend lines on major support and resistance zone. So when you zoom in here, you see that our trend line are sitting on major support zone. These are major resistance zone, turn support likewise. Then these are major resistance zone acting as support likewise. All right. So one interesting thing, as we can see here, one interesting thing as we can see here is how market has been rallying at this level, and suddenly we now experience a breakout of this consolidating market. So this is a consolidating market. Let me see if we can get something. Yeah, so this is a consolidating market. All right, good. So this is a consolidating market, and right now we now have, if you look at this now, this candlestick broke out of this consolidation. Market has been consolidating within this range for a long time, and currently now we can see that there is a major breakout candle. Now this major breakout candle has set a new pace that the market can view and follow. All right, so what we now observe after this major breakout candle is that market now pulled back, having gone up, market now pulled back into the resistance zone that was broken through. But from observation, if you look at it, you'll see that there has been the support, the resistance zone now is now acting as a support, and that is why we are seeing this wick, this long wick to the downside here. That's why we are seeing this long wick to the downside. All right, and what would now help us and prepare us for possible um possible win is for us to now look at where is the money spot after this breakout has happened and price dipped again. How do we position ourselves to create a higher likelihood of winning? Okay, because when it comes to the game of trading, you are looking for the higher probability of a win, the higher likelihood of a win, and this is very important. All right, good. So So now let's go down to the lower time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame. Let's see what the 4 hours time frame looks like. All right, so we can see now that after this consolidation, this is the 4 hours time frame. Now we have a consolidation here. Then after this consolidation, a breakout happened, and we can view the breakout happened here. Then a pullback. All right, and now market has used what we call pending order. All right, we are going to use what we call pending order. So we're going to set a pending order. Let's see. We're going to set a pending order here, because I can see that there was a breakout and a pullback, and there's a higher likelihood of the market, going up, continuing to go up, right? So we're going to set our buy order at 1.18030. Okay, 1.18030. We're going to set our buy order there, and expect that market would move up. So here what do we do? All right, so we can also go down to the 1 hour time frame to see more clearly what's going on. So you can see more clearly what's going on, that after a breakout has occurred here, a pullback into that resistance turn support zone now, and we can see that price is pushing back up. Now, because we don't want to trust the immediate market price and then say, okay, we are jumping right into this market, all right, we want to be able to set a pending order, that if the price goes up to 1.18030, then a buy should be triggered. All right, a buy should be triggered. So we are going to do that now. Okay, we are going to do that now. So let's set a pending order here. So we're going to come here. You can see this portion here says new order. This section here says new order. So I'm going to click on the new order, and then there is an option of market order if I'm buying immediately into the market, and there's an option of pending order if I want to buy at my own preferred price level. Okay, so we want to buy at our own preferred price level, so we are going to go for the pending order. All right, now we have our pending order. This is where we want to set the pending order above price. All right, so this pending order is a buy stop, so we are setting it above the current price. So when the current price gets there, the buy is triggered, and then our trade is activated. Let's do Let me see. I want to see. Let me see. I want to see where price had gotten to. Okay, good. So let's target here. Yes, let's target this level as our take profit level, and for stop loss, let's target. So I have to zoom in into current market price on the 4 hours time frame. Good. So we just set the stop loss here. Perfect. And we place the order. Now our pending order has been set. Now we have a pending order. Okay, now we have a pending order waiting for price to get to this level before the buy is triggered. This is how you manage your risk. So instead of us jumping right straight into the market because we already have seen some potential upside doesn't mean that the market cannot turn around against our at our expectation. Let me put it that way. So, but in order for us to be able to prevent larger loss or potential loss, we also have to hedge our risk by using and leveraging on pending orders. So we are going to I believe you are following. So if there is any currency you want us to analyze, please drop it in the chat box. So let's take a look at USD JPY. Let's look at USD JPY. Okay, let's take a look at USD JPY from the higher time frame. Okay, from the higher time frame. If you have any question, please drop it in the chat box. I'm very, very interested in answering your questions and clearing the doubts that we may have. Okay, fantastic. So let's set levels of support and resistance zone. Okay, so we're going to come here, levels of support, levels of resistance, levels of support. All right. Now, this is us mapping out levels of support and our levels of resistance. Okay. So, you can see that on the daily time frame, price is, currently just moving gradually in a trend line to the upside. Okay, we've been seeing price moving gradually. Now, when we look at this kind of price movement, right, we call it the ascending triangle. The ascending triangle. And seeing the ascending triangle appearing on the daily time frame is quite significant to watch, monitor, and observe. Okay, so we are going to analyze this and come up with a decision either to buy, sell, or hold. All right, that they would to the upside. Okay, 2, there would be a breakout to the downside. There's either going to be a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. All right, so let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Good, you can see what I'm saying, that is even more clearer the ranging market, and we can see how price has been ranging consistently for a long period of time. So it further strengthens my expectation as to a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. Now, that brings us back to what that brings us back to two things. Now, you either wait for a breakout to the upside and a pullback, okay, before a breakout, all right, or the same applies here, or we have a breakout to the downside, a pullback, and a continuous fall in price. So these are the two likelihood, the two probability that can most likely happen. The two probability that can most likely happen. All right. So, what decision would you take? Okay? What decision would you take? In this case, would you take a buy or a sell? I want to hear you out. What decision would you take? Are you going to buy or are you going to sell? Let me know in the chat box, guys. Let me know in the chat box. I want to hear you out. What decision would you take? Would you take a buy or a sell? So, if I want to pick any of these trade, I would stay neutral. On a normal level, I would say, okay, we can set a pending order to buy or sell. But in this case, I would rather wait for a breakout to happen before executing my trade. Or before you saying, okay, I'm going or I want to go this direction or that direction. So for USD JPY, I would stay neutral. If you look at it from the 1 hour time frame, you can even see that there is so much noise in that consolidation. So I would prefer to stay neutral. Okay, in this market, I prefer to stay neutral. If there's any currency that you want us to analyze, please drop it in the chat box. All right, drop it in the chat box. Let's look at BTC USD. Okay, BTC USD. BTC USD. So this is BTC USD. let's zoom in to see the landscape of price. All right, so we can see how price has been moving. All right, so here we are mapping out levels, key levels of support and resistance. We're mapping out key levels of support and resistance. So we can, if we zoom in now, we can see that Bitcoin has a key level of support at the 106 mark. The 106 mark, there is a very strong level of support there. 106, BTC has a strong level of support, and if you look at it, the support is coming because it was previously a solid resistance zone. You can see it. It was previously a solid resistance zone. You can see it. Yes. It was previously a very solid resistance zone. 106 mark. Alright. And now the resistance zone has turned support at this point. The resistance zone has turned support at this point. Okay. And that's why you see when price came down, it bounced back upside. Okay. So for BTC now, there is a potential possibility of it to swing. All right, there's a potential possibility of Bitcoin to swing upwards. Okay, upwards. So from 117 to 124 is a potential upside. There is a potential upside from 117 to 122. For intraday traders, this can be a short. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame, and you can see what I'm saying. Right? So at this level now, you can see price has consolidated and then pushed up. Yeah, price consolidated here, pushed up, So there's a possibility at this level. So at this point here, though it is still it's a very volatile currency, so we want to be very careful how we enter it. At this point, I want to buy BTC at the current market price. Yeah. So let's do 0.01 lot size and I place a buy. Okay, so I've placed a buy here, set my take profit, set my stop loss here. On a 1 hour time frame, just set my stop loss here. On a 4 hours time frame, I'll set my I'll set my take profit here. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, I've set my take profit and my stop loss. So my take profit is at 124,000. My stop loss is at 116k. So for BTC, that's my target level. So from BTC, that's my target level, both for take profit and for stop loss. Any questions so far, guys? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Someone says, what about Euro USD? That was the first currency we looked into. Okay, so you can go back and watch the recording. It would be on our channel. Go back and watch it. Okay, someone is asking for gold, so let's see. Let's explore the gold market before the day ends. Okay, yeah, gold. Yeah, so gold, we are on gold now. So let's go to the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, let's map out levels of support and resistance. Okay, so we can see what's happening on gold. Okay, let me do this. Wait, wait. Okay. All right, so okay, so what other confirmation can you get from the order you just opened to be sure of the entry? That you mean that for BTC, right? So let me go back to BTC before we proceed. Bitcoin, let me see. Yeah, so few confirmation was that first from the daily time frame, it was clear that major level of support and resistance has been created. Let me, yeah. So major level of support and resistance, we've mapped out major level of support and resistance, which are these. And currently we see price sitting, between a minor, resistance zone and bouncing off from a major support zone. Our target level is just quite close, which is 124, okay, which is the next resistance zone. So it's we looked at what is the higher probability scenario that BTC would go up here. All right. So what we looked at is BTC bounced off from a support zone. Okay. Now increasing the likelihood of it touching 124k. Okay. And if there's gonna be any reason for it to pull back, then our take profit is already set and we are already in profit. Do you get that? seeing fully well that our take profit level has been set and our stop loss level has been set. And if the market goes against us, okay, which is part of the game, part of our education, all right, we will see that a stop loss has also been set here. You can see a stop loss has also been set. That is to help us edge against major loss. So if the market pulls back against us, we would lose $13. If the market goes in our way, we would make $64. All right. So risk management has also been put in place, and then we are able to take our trade. Yeah. So we've looked at Euro USD, we've looked at USD JPY, we've also looked at Bitcoin. All right. Now, above all, there's an importance for us to understand where risk management comes in all of this. All right, in all of this, which is going to lead me to further share my thoughts on risk management. So risk management here, there are different steps for you to take. If you are a newbie, I recommend that you start with the demo account that helps you get familiar with the market, and also implementing your strategy without risking real capital. 2, use stop loss. You can see that for every of the trades, either the pending order or the market order, I leverage on stop loss. This is not to this is to help you to manage your risk. Don't be overconfident and not use stop loss. Trade with a risk to reward ratio. Aim for a minimum of 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, meaning you should aim to gain at least twice of what you are willing to risk. 4, risk only a small percentage per trade. So you have to limit your risk to like 1% to 2% of your trading account per trade to prevent significant loss. 5, diversify your trades. Avoid putting all your capital into one single trade or currency pair. 6, avoid over leveraging. Over leveraging can amplify your loss and make your account to be wiped off in a split of seconds. Also, stick to your trading plan. This is very, very important. Okay. Now, understand that Octa offers a wide range of trading instruments with low spread, fast execution, and zero commissions. It also has various educational resources, 24/7 customer support, and a strong commitment for fund and data security. Now, here's an opportunity for you to double your deposit using the promo code. Take advantage of this promo code in just 5 steps. 1, open the Octa trading app or visit our official website. Go to your profile. You would find the promo code section in your menu. Enter the promo code Tunmise 100. That's the promo code Tunmise 100. TUNMISE. When you enter the promo code, you press activate. Make a deposit and enjoy your bonus. So today we've looked into price action, its components, suitability for traders, and applicable scenarios. We've also reviewed the strategy on the live chat during the live trading session right in the terminal. We've also talked about principles and risk management, of risk management. Now, here are a few takeaways that you should go home with. 1, analyze trading pair. Analyze trading instruments to understand how they behave under various market conditions. Review your actions and reflect on your decision to identify what worked well and what can be improved. Keep up with the latest market news and updates. Use educational resources to enhance your understanding of trading strategies and tools. So, this is just an opportunity for you to follow this principle and win. Now, we value your feedback. This is a section that you should not miss out from. Please take a moment to fill this survey, as this survey is an essential feedback for us on how we can improve our future webinars. This survey will take less than 1 minute for you to complete. Scan the QR code on my screen and share your thoughts with us on how we can improve the future webinars. Please do well to scan the QR code and take this survey. I'm waiting for you to do that. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Awesome. Thank you very much for scanning the QR code. We look forward to your feedback and how we can improve our future webinars. Thanks for joining, and I love to see you in our next webinar